On today's show, I'm so excited to have Kamila Wyszomirski. She is the president of the Saskatchewan Professional Marketing Association. She also works full-time as a marketing and digital content specialist in the corporate sector, where she develops and executes on strategic campaigns using a variety of mediums and digital storytelling initiatives. Thank you for being here, Kamila.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm going to start it off with why I invited you. So I met you at Fuse Conference, which I think you'll have to refresh my memory. I think 2 years ago was maybe the first time we met, but unless it was like pre-COVID.
It was like 3 fuses ago.
Three fuses ago?
Not the one in 2025, but then.
Was it 2020? I thought it was 23. Yeah. Okay. So 2023. You host, you're part of the board, so you got to be on stage. So I've got to meet you there. And then obviously we've taken your photo a few times. You're on the SPMA board and Fuse event team. You have a wide range of marketing voices, and I think you have a pretty unique perspective, which I want to open up here.
Okay.
I think that corporate side and then your passion for, sort of your reasoning behind being part of the SPMA board. That's what I want to get in.
Okay.
The full-time marketing, we'll talk about it in general, but I kind of want to highlight on that involvement with the SPMA.
Okay.
And then dig into what they're doing as an association and what that kind of means for marketers in Saskatchewan. So anyway, so I'm excited to dive into this. But before we do that, I want to do some warm-up questions. You ready?
Let's do it.
And I'm pretty sure I didn't let you see these ahead of time.
Nope. Don't know what's coming at me.
So you've already got a full-time job. Why take on the extra time and energy to be part of the SPMA?
Well, so I joined the board of the SPMA when I was in my first job out of university, my first full-time marketing job, and I just wanted to get involved. My boss at the time was encouraging me to join other organizations, and I think that's a great way to meet people and build your network. And I didn't know a lot at the time, so I think, I didn't really know what I was getting into or why I was doing it, but my mentor at the time suggested it, and I was like, yeah, why not? So there's other organizations that I like to be involved with one day, but for now, I can only do one because a full-time job is what takes up most of my time, and then this is kind of on the side of my desk. But
who do you think should be getting involved with the SPMA, and what kind of marketers? I mean, maybe it's not just marketers, but what kind of people? Let's say just people. It would be a good fit to join, and the SPMA would be good for?
I think there's a lot of opportunity for us to provide support to a lot of different people in the business community, not just marketers. For sure, marketing professionals, and then all of those creative avenues and like those people that support marketing. So social media people, ad agencies. But I also think there's like opportunity for business owners and small business owners in Saskatchewan to get involved. Not necessarily, I don't know if you need a membership, but just like either coming out to events, just building your network. I know marketing in Saskatchewan's hard because we have small teams. Bigger centers have bigger marketing teams. They have more resources to invest in marketing. So I think just leaning on our network outside of our organizations is important, especially for those small businesses. So I think there's a lot of opportunity there, and I'd love to see that part of our organization grow.
Being part of something like this, you talked about small teams. Like, is that pretty common where a lot of the members are like maybe the only marketer in the organization?
Exactly. Yes.
And like we're talking organizations that might be 30, 40, 50 people big, and then they have one internal.
Exactly. And you're not doing marketing, you're doing social media content creation, you're doing photography, you're doing blogs, you're doing all of those creative things that people that kind of are housed under marketing, but marketing is more general. It's like the understanding of how all those pieces fit together. But I think in Saskatchewan, it's been a common understanding and misconception and practice for us to kind of like rely on one person to do it all. I know there are organizations that hire that out, and I'm starting to learn that as I've been in the profession a little bit more to rely on those external people. But again, like you don't get taught that in school. So, yeah.
Yeah, like the amount of, well, I mean, for marketing, even like your social media examples, like it's like put on the edge of someone's desk as like an add-on task.
Exactly. Yeah.
Definitely under, what we've found is when we talk to people, they underestimate the amount of energy it would take to do the job that they want or a job that would reflect the brand.
Exactly.
And then, I mean, that's the win for us, I guess, is like sometimes it just doesn't happen. And then they reach out to us to like make some content, do a photo shoot, video shoot, get, you know, a library of content, or even some of our clients have us manage it fully for them. So kind of interesting. I think building those networks too, like even just our involvement. So we've sponsored the Fuse conference since like the first year,
right?
Which has been really fun. SPMA, we should do more for you guys as an organization.
You should.
I think I emailed once. I was like, can we come and like be part of that? We got to make that happen. I should bug you after.
Yeah, well, we'll have a lot of events coming up, so other opportunities too. And that's part of like what I want to do with the SPMA here the next couple of years is trying to lean on our community of like marketing and the support industries to help us like build up our organization to then benefit everyone else. So
yeah, well, and then how many like you'd work with photographers, videographers, print shops, like making signage.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think what else.
But also there's like agencies that could help us with our social media, because as a marketing organization, we should have a good marketing presence. And I'm not going to speak to that and throw myself under the bus, but I think there's opportunities there. And then just like also business structure and finding help with that. So yeah, just like trying to reach out and lean on the Saskatchewan community, because we have really great people, like a lot of expertise here in the province. So yeah, I would just really like to lean on that and build on what we're doing to make us even better.
Well, every year we do Fuse conference. I always look forward to it. It's sort of like a kickoff for us, and we get really busy. Like just a lot of what we do is seasonal, and it being the beginning of May is sort of like the start. And it's like, it's fun to see the speakers.
That just adds to what you guys are doing already.
Yeah, and even the social nights, it's like, you know, you go through winter and maybe I haven't seen a lot of these friendly faces. And maybe it's, for some of them, it's the only time I see them every year, but it's always nice to connect. And
totally.
I quite enjoy that. And I think it's quite a lovely event to have in our city. So,
well, thank you.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Let's get into some quick fire questions. These are all sort of how do you work.
Can I ask you a question before we go into your script?
Yeah.
What do you think is the most lovely part about it?
Fuse conference?
Yeah. What do you enjoy the most?
I think seeing the people, like that's my thing.
Right.
I like being like photographing it or filming it. It's cool to like we get to like be part and listen to it. You know, we're not totally there to like if there's a workshop type activity, but like definitely we always come away with a bunch of takeaways and ideas. What was the one speaker you had this year? Sticky branding. I'm forgetting his name now. Anyway, we connected after. He sent me a book. We sent him some of the content we made. So that was really nice. I should remember his name, but I'd have to stop the episode and go run to my desk and grab the book he gave me.
Yeah, me too.
But he was awesome. I think, you know, there's something as well to just seeing people in person.
Totally.
You like it's good to be, it kind of grounds me. Like everybody's human. Everybody, a lot of the people there work with us, like they hire us, and it's like, they're just trying to do a good job in their world. We're trying to, you know, do something in our world, like, you know, provide a service that's meaningful to our clients. And, it's nice just to have the human part of it. Cause like, you know, a lot of it's like, we'll get an RFP or like request for quote, if you don't know what that means. Not that you wouldn't know what that means, but, then just to see these people in real life, catch up, you know, see how's the family, Memo conference or Memo Fest was first
Yeah.
time this year, and they brought a booth and had a thing on the side, which was a nice little add to the
Mm-hmm.
event. And that kind of like, for example, it connected us with Taylor from LMNO, Taylor Pfeiffer. And then we ended up
So
being,
that helped you guys get that
yeah. So we
job. That's awesome.
partnered with Memo Fest, and
Cool.
those kind of things they're fun for us. And for us to give our skill to and sponsor Fuse is like, like a small way we give back,
Well,
like,
it's a pretty big job, so we are very appreciative that you guys are there because, yeah, it's a lot of it's a big undertaking for you guys to be there all day, taking everyone's headshots, and all the photos that you take and present to us are awesome. So,
yeah, it's cool. And I think this year we did like a photo gallery halfway. Like I think I shot and edited and had it on a gallery at
well,
lunch or
yeah, because
something.
we had Memory Keeper there this year, which was awesome. And then they have that live photo wall that they provided us to use. So yeah, we had your photos up there within 5 minutes, I want to say, of you taking them almost.
It
So
was pretty quick. Yeah,
yeah,
wasn't quite 5, but yeah, we'll
okay,
say it's 5. So these quick fire questions. Thanks for the question, by the way.
no worries.
Yeah. Anyway, great event. Go to it. Go to it for the people. The speakers are really good too. Like, I believe everybody has something that they can teach, and I think a trend when I've talked to marketers is they're in echo chambers in the organizations they're in,
Okay.
and it's like a nice local way to just get out of that talk. Even just talking like, how's it actually going? Because the
Mm-hmm.
marketing side of the world's like, oh, everything's great, we're doing good.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you talk to people, it's like, oh yeah, this is that, and like people like the marketing side is like, oh yeah, things are so good, everything's good, we're having so much success. And then in real life, it's like, oh yeah, this is what we're just trying to figure it out. You just kind of realize it's all just humans
Mm-hmm.
doing their thing. And
Yeah, it's like the front end of it's our job to make everything look good in our organization, but on our small teams, I'm
yeah,
sure we're all struggling, right? So, but then
yeah,
we have our networks and our people to lean on, which is great. So,
yeah, it's nice to see. And I think building a community is, especially after the pandemic, like it's nice. Like that showed, how good it is to have a home life, but then being in person outside of work,
yeah,
like, yeah, I think remote work's isolated people, and it's like, oh yeah, it's still just people. So
just people. I like that.
awesome. Morning person or night owl?
Night owl by nature. I'm an aspiring morning person. Trying really hard, but it's not going well these days.
Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
That's the wisest thing I was ever told was just like, you're not a morning person. Like what's the benefits of being a night owl? It's like, oh, they're both just different things. Like
They're both
we all just have 24 hours anyway. So
mm-hmm.
office or remote?
Office for sure.
You prefer that?
Yes, and I like the idea of having flexibility. So if one day I just can't get up in the morning, it would be nice to be able to work from my home office but definitely way more productive in the office. I'm a social person, so I like going there and connecting with my colleagues and yeah.
Do you plan your week digitally or on paper?
I'm gonna go with digitally.
Okay. How
Yeah.
big is your company you work for? How many people?
So we have 200 people that I don't know, give or take, depends on the month. 200 people. And then our marketing department is a team of 3 right now. So we're supporting a lot of people with limited resources, which is fun. I
Yeah,
get to do so many different things, and so I love it so much. But yeah.
that's a big amount of people. Yeah, doing things digitally is probably essential and you're multi-site, so you have to collaborate,
Yeah.
with a lot of people. So, coffee shop work vibes or dead quiet space? So do you like locking yourself in your office? I haven't seen your office, so I don't know. Do you have an office, or are you in kind of a bullpen with a bunch of other
Yeah, I
people?
have a little cubicle thing. We have some noise canceling speakers, I think, in the roof. So without those, it would be very
That's
echoey.
funny.
And so you think that it's just the furnace running. It almost you can hear your furnace running. And that's just that what it sounds like. But I think it helps dampen the space, which is good. But I think back to your question, I am a coffee shop girly, but with noise canceling headphones. So I'm like in the social situation, but like I get distracted. So I have to like just quiet things down.
What's one tool you couldn't do your job without?
Well, like my computer, does that count?
Sure. I mean, well, sure. No, it doesn't count. I'm gonna take that one back.
Can I have like a list of like
Um,
acceptable tools?
well, I'll give you an example for me. We use a scheduling program called Acuity to schedule appointments,
Okay.
and that is probably one of the biggest changes in how we do business.
Mm-hmm.
I find emails for me are really hard to get to. Like we're out on location all the time. Like let's say even for now, I'm recording this podcast. Like I won't be able to check my email till tomorrow because like once we're done, it'll be end of day.
Mm-hmm.
And so having people to like when someone's like, we want to do a shoot, we figure out what kind of shoot it is, and then we give them a link. Okay, you want a full day?
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
the full day link for this type of service, and then we can book it in just like where they can send it to them, and then they can see our live calendar and book it in. So it's been amazing.
Was that what I used to book this
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, Acuity.
Well,
so
yeah,
I do it
you
for
gotta-
everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's super customizable too. Actually, so for this podcast, for example, I was like, okay, I want to do it, but managing scheduling is just like too challenging. Because then it's like, what's your available dates? And I say Tuesday at 9.
Yeah, that doesn't work for your
Well, then you
guests.
get back to me, but 3 days later,
Hmm.
someone else took it. And now
Right.
I only got 10:30 left.
Mhm.
Oh, shoot, I can't do that. Can I still take that 1 p.m.? Oh, sorry, someone booked it.
Yeah.
So super useful tool. And you can customize it to like any appointment type, length, dates. So for the podcast, it's like, okay, I only open up to 1 to 2 days a month for it. Because once we set it up, it's like, it's quite involved. I need a day to prep for it the day before. And then I like Darcy here to help kind of make sure everything's running well.
Right.
So then he can still get a lot of work done at his desk while we're doing this, but he can come in here for the 3 minutes before we roll and make it happen. So super useful tool. So anyway, that's one. Another one I just got from MemoFest actually was called Whisper.
Okay.
So it's a dictation app. And so you just hold a key button on your keyboard and you talk, and you can talk at like 150 words a minute.
And it catches every single word.
But with AI, so it filters out. So if I was like, Kamila, come over at 10 p.m. I mean 10:30, it would just write, Kamila, come over at 10:30 a.m.
Oh, wow.
It would know.
Okay.
And it's a really good tool to use if you use ChatGPT or any AI product, because it doesn't need to be perfect for those language models to do the work. So super useful for going through LinkedIn messages. I can just hit the button, talk through it. I don't feel too rushed because it just keeps listening until I stop it.
Okay.
Where like if you talk to ChatGPT natively or even Siri on your iPhone or use an iPhone, it tends to like think you're done and then respond. And so super nice. And you can read faster than you can listen, but you can talk faster than you can type. And so reading and talking are the best two ways to get data into your computer.
How long did it take you to transition your like habits of typing to
like I just
speaking?
used it for an afternoon.
Yeah.
And maybe
like an afternoon learning curve there, and then
like even today I caught myself typing a little bit because I switched computer. I used 2 different computers and I didn't install it on the second one, and I went to like touch the button and it didn't start recording. So anyway, so I'm used to it enough now.
That scares me sometimes. I'm like, what am I going to get used to and then not know how to do? But I think
I can still type. It's just
I know.
It's just like, oh, I feel slow. Anyway, that's a tool. What's a tool you couldn't live without?
Well, so in the legal industry, which is where I work during the day, it's a little bit of like an older industry, and it's a little bit slower, just nature of how it operates. So I think we are not quite into all of the cool tech tools. We do have like, we're experimenting with AI and we're like doing all of that good stuff, but we still use some like basic tools. So we currently use like Microsoft Planner, but planning app some sort. I think it'd be great to like get into some of those other ones because I know there's like ClickUp and a whole bunch of other like Asana that are really great. But yeah,
You have
we
legal confidentiality pieces to what you do that needs.
that is too. Yeah, so we have to, and like
I think
just
law
like
and the medic law and health both have the same.
yeah,
Probably health as much as law.
yeah,
Have to be very careful. So even doctors I've talked to, it's like if they use AI, it's like a doctor one.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, you can't get away from AI right now. So
Yeah.
we're definitely like implementing it and incorporating it in certain aspects of our operations, and like we use it on our team.
like
but-
on the marketing side, like where it's not confidential.
Yeah,
Do you use a Mac or PC for work?
PC.
Yeah, they probably just give you one. If you could switch, would you? Not that you have to.
Like if it was something that I preferred, I think our organization would allow us to do that. But yeah. I don't know. I got used to it in my previous role working with PC 'cause during my studies. I was a Mac laptop person, and now I've just gotten used to it. So actually, I prefer it. So the laptop I got at home, I got a PC. Just wild.
Well, I mean, I think Windows is a great platform. It works a little differently as far as like getting used to, but it's got a snappiness on the mouse. It's actually, so when I was learning to be a photographer, I apprenticed with a professional in the city, and he only used Windows computers. And so that was how I started.
Yeah.
And Mac at the time wasn't mainstream like it is now. iPhones came out like the year after I started.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, but then I finally got a Mac because I wanted to be an artist, quote unquote. And the way the mouse works is super different. And that really threw me because you're in Photoshop moving your mouse a lot for like fine detail retouching or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on. What's one part of your workflow that people would be surprised by?
What do you mean? Can you elaborate? I want to make sure that I answer that.
I'll give you an example for me.
Okay.
If I had to answer that question.
Yeah.
Now you're putting me on the spot. It's a lot harder when it's me on the spot, Kamila.
Like, what do you mean the workflow?
So
like
you're
my workload or
you're managing
my efficiency.
Yeah, like you're managing lots of different projects to do marketing for your organization. You know, some people might do tons of meetings and use whiteboards and sticky notes and Post-its and do special brainstorm sessions. Some people might literally use this might go into tools that you use or techniques. You know, in our industry, a lot of people use this app called Lightroom, and we don't. So it's kind of different.
Okay, yeah.
If you're not a photographer, like it wouldn't make any sense. Photographers would be like, oh, and I have a reasoning for it. I don't like anything that uses a database because we use a server. So we don't. If you have a database, only one person can usually have the database and no one else can collaborate on it. So that's part of our flow. And then, but that surprises photographers, I guess.
That is surprising that you guys don't use Lightroom.
We use an app by Adobe that's the same engine. It's like literally the same sliders.
Which is what?
It's called Adobe Camera Raw.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But it's like no one, not many.
So why do people use Lightroom versus Raw?
Because they sell it as like the thing to do, and a lot of people.
But why did they make two different tools that do the same thing? That's interesting.
It's got standalone features. Like the origins of it is it's standalone. You can take your photos, edit them, and process them without Photoshop. That was the idea. Camera Raw, you need Photoshop. Like it pairs with Photoshop.
Oh, okay. Yes.
If you don't have Photoshop,
that makes sense. Right.
But if you buy Photoshop, which was always the more expensive app,
right?
Like I'm dating myself a little bit, but we got Photoshop when you would buy it. Like you could buy a license and have it, and just if you didn't upgrade, that was fine. Now it's all subscription based.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we pay like for my license because I have the whole thing. It's like $900 a year, I think, and then back in the day it was like $1,000 a year for Creative Cloud one time, and you could skip a few years before you get the new one.
Yeah.
So
the good old days.
Yeah, it's weird.
So to answer that, I have a Excel spreadsheet that I built 2 years ago when I first started at the firm, and it has every single blog post and social post that we've ever posted, and it's like evolved, so it's more detailed, and I have like links now to like, so yeah, I can go back and like that has definitely helped create a efficiency in my day-to-day job doing our social media accounts. So I'm able to kind of like look back at what we've done in the past, start there so I don't have to reinvent the wheel every single time. But yeah, it
I like
has an
that.
archive, and
Can you collaborate on it too? Like it's a shareable document?
well, yeah, we use SharePoint, so between our team we can use it. And yeah, we've started to figure out how to, for the long time it's just me doing social media, and I'd like use Outlook to get my stuff reviewed, and then I would update the spreadsheet. But have a new team member, so yeah, there's no reason why it's just like a dumbed down version of like Hootsuite, but
Well,
just like everything is in one space.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's get into the industry ones. Industry questions.
Okay.
What's your vision, or sorry, what is the vision of the SPMA right now? Like, why does it exist?
That's a great question. I'm so happy you asked. I wish I had a concrete answer. We're working through that right now. So during COVID, the SPMA kind of quieted down, and I joined on the board as the events co-chair just after COVID in 2021. So we started to pick things up. And since then, I sat on the board as the events chair for 3 years, and I was the vice president last year, and this year I'm the president. So I have had an extended time on the board, and that's, I think, proved helpful in terms of just keeping like the knowledge that we've learned, and like year over year we're able to make fuse better because we have that like knowledge still on the board, and that's something that I want to continue going forward. But we do have like annual board members turnover, which is definitely normal, but
Yeah, that's normal for any volunteer.
It is,
or
but you
association,
definitely
hey?
lose like knowledge and understanding of the operations and stuff when you do that, especially when like we kind of had to dial it back, and operations during COVID were minimal. But now we have so much opportunity. So we want to do so many things, but yeah, you're starting from that small space where you were just fully digital and everything was kind of just like in at your home, and now it's just a lot heavier of a lift when you're trying to do things, host events in person, and provide opportunities to your members that are outside, I guess, people with people.
Would you say that's one of the main foundations, like, is getting the people together, getting the
Yeah.
association members together? Like,
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest reasons people join the SPMA is for that, those member connections.
what do you think's missing from the Saskatchewan's marketing scene right now?
That's a great question. What do you think is missing from the Saskatchewan?
Like, are you flipping? You're flipping a lot of these at me. Like in the last couple of years, so Zoo has done a program called X Camp.
Okay.
We get to go to these front row seat because we like capture them, but so I get a little bit spoiled. But like those kind of events are amazing. I think MemoFest definitely had a place to be as well. That conference was incredible. Like I can see when things are expensive and you look at MemoFest and it's like LMNO really backed it. Like they did a good job of making that happen. And, the team who put it on, Taylor and his crew he had a bit of a, I don't know if you'd call it a board. Maybe they would. I don't know.
Maybe a committee.
Yeah, committee. Like, because it wasn't all just LMNO team members. It was like other people. He assembled quite a good team to execute on that. And I think an outsider looking in, and we're a marketing agency adjacent as a company, places for people to learn in person. And maybe it's my generation. I don't know. Maybe our generation, like we're millennial, or I don't know. I don't know how old you are. I'm assuming we're close, but as I get older, I still think I'm younger. So, yeah, like places to learn, places to connect.
Mhm.
Definitely like I feel like there couldn't, like you could probably have something every quarter at that scale that would be good. I also think bringing events like that here and then making sure, and we have a lot of events right now. All the industries have tons of events.
That's the thing. We're always, I think, competing with each other for events. So I think that just makes it feel like we have too many events and we don't need more events. But it's really good to hear you
I think,
talk about like wanting those events and
oh yeah.
yeah, the interest in it.
So one of our values as an organization is education, like because we view ourselves, like I'm very aware even our team's an echo chamber. Connecting with other photographers I like to do. Like I like to have real relationships with other people I know, see how business is going, see what they're learning. I get to learn from a lot of marketers because we work with them. So I see like when we're going on site and doing a project, I get to talk like, how's it going? How's this working? And part of that's just like, I like to ask those questions because I'm curious. But yeah, like we've always gone to conferences. Like I did a conference in South Africa about a year ago, which was like a personal development one. But as a business owner, being a good leader requires me to be, I didn't get into photography and this realm of running a business to do it. Like I just wanted to take pictures and I really just wanted to avoid working in construction or something. Not that there's anything bad about that. It's just like, it wasn't for me. That was like, almost a life of desperation if I had to do that. So then figuring out how to do it, I didn't go to university. So to learn from other people has been really good. And I've had really good mentors. I think finding mentorship is good. Like these don't have to be official things. I invite people to just do coffee with me so I can learn from them. I buy them lunch. Like how a lunch is so cheap to take someone out to lunch. And then, I've had CEOs of large companies just do coffee with me or whatever, or lunch, and I can bring problems to them. And I've done it in an official way in the past. I had a board of advisors for a few years. This was like right before COVID, and then I haven't gotten back on it. And so that's been another way to do it. And then even our team, like Karen went to a thing in Kelowna last year or this year, I guess in May, to learn. Darcy's done some workshops. Getting people out to do things is really good. When they're here, it's even better because then more of our team can go.
Yeah.
So yeah. So when I think of those types of things, I think
like maybe something more like higher level, like leadership focused, maybe.
I'm not saying the SPMA needs that, but like it.
No, like yeah, there's room in the market. I think I've also heard that from other members and I think a lot of people have been with the SPMA for so long, you included. You were there the first fews, and they've now grown through their careers. And they're still looking for those learning opportunities. But I think as a new board, we've kind of gravitated to things that we understand. And so that's the expertise that we've brought to this point. But I definitely see opportunity for us to bring in some more like content directed towards those directors of marketing. And I think just to provide opportunities for those people that have grown in their careers and now they still want to learn, they still want to grow, but they're not quite at that beginning of their career anymore. So
yeah. And if you're always speaking to like I mean, you get a maturity in a profession like this I think this is what you're saying. What you want to know at the beginning, 10 years in, if they keep talking about that, it's like been there, done that, heard that.
Exactly. And then you could speak to that by that point, right? And so, yeah, you're not going to come
Probably.
out. Yeah. So I definitely want to elevate or like find ways for us to like expand in that way so that we can continue to support those people that have been with us. But currently we're not quite there, but definitely
I'm not giving you advice, but yeah, I would bet if you ask people to share and speak at an event or two for you. And maybe you do this already. I haven't been to all your other SPMA events. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to speak and share.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people even in jobs where they're not allowed to do like backdoor deals like side work or whatever, a lot of those people could still come and speak. And actually, I interviewed someone for the podcast, and one of her goals for the year was to be a speaker at an event.
Oh,
Like some people just want to do that.
yeah.
And she would actually be a good person to speak at a
Well,
Fuse event.
connect me.
I can share it with you
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
and we'd love to like get more people involved. So if there's anyone out there that wants to speak to marketing professionals,
I'll plug it right now. I was going to do it at the end. saskmarketing.com, or find Kamila on LinkedIn.
yeah, hit me up. Yeah, we are just eager to get people in to help share their like knowledge and their expertise with other people, and I think our members are craving that. So yeah.
The next question. This is a good segue. You've helped plan Fuse.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you were part of it as the events director for.
No, I haven't. We have had a committee before, and we currently have a Fuse director.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah.
its own thing. Okay.
Yeah.
But for SPMA, you were the events coordinator.
I was an events coordinator, court chair. Yeah.
What have you learned? What have you learned about what marketers actually want from events and community spaces? Or is that kind of like another thing to like?
Well, I
figure
think
out?
we're still learning, and we've had Fuse consistently for the last 3-4 years. And I think we do better every year, but we always have new takeaways. And so but that's what marketing is. You're experimenting, you're A/B testing, but yeah, this is just with a little bit of a longer timeline. So definitely that higher level expertise, like I talked about earlier, is something that people are interested in learning about. AI is a hot topic, and they find that it's either people are really interested or they're tired of hearing AI. But I think there's opportunity there because I think we're tired of hearing it because everyone's talking about the same things, but AI tools are just so powerful and we just don't quite know how to use them yet. So we're looking for people to teach us, but it's so new. Those people, I don't know. There's probably people out there that do know how to teach those like advanced skills, but like not everyone does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like like a volunteer-led organization, right? Which I'm sure
We are, yeah.
I'm sure many organizations have similar setups. So it's kind of like as good as, the people make it. So being involved will just make it better. Is there lots of opportunity to be involved with the SPMA? Like even if you're not on the board, like you could volunteer or you could help with certain things, or how does that
Yeah,
work?
well, up until now, we haven't had too many opportunities. But as you said, we are a volunteer organization. Our resources have been limited. We're still trying to build it up from COVID. And I know I keep saying that, but it's just our reality. And so
We're not that far from it. Like when you look back, it's like, it's not that long ago.
no, it's not. Especially when, like we're a seasonal organization that, we're all working on the side of our desks to make this possible.
Mhm.
And so you have limited time. And as much as we're so passionate about it, I find myself even at home being like, I just don't have the time or even energy that day to like actually like do SPMA related stuff. And so when you just have people volunteering, that motivation is a little less, which is just the reality of it. And so trying to get things done is a little bit slower. And so in that sense, we aren't that far away from COVID and those times when it was a little different. But yeah, we're just kind of in that growing phase, and I'm really excited because that opens all the opportunities to us, and we have a really great team on our board this year. We're doing really great things, but it'll just take time. So
I like that. Are you always open to new board members wanting, or like people interested to bring like different skill sets from different backgrounds?
Definitely. And I think we're kind of looking at how our board operates and what ways we might operate better in the future. And we definitely do need to bring in more people with more skill sets. But what does that look like? We're kind of evaluating that right now. But I think for sure, like, I don't want to decline. If someone wants to provide support to us, I wouldn't say no. In terms of board members themselves, we kind of do an annual hiring of board members. Election. So
I know like bits of governance, but not a lot.
So in June we'll open up that floor again and people can apply. And then, but for now, we're like working on trying to open the doors for volunteers to come and help support us at events or in other ways if they have ideas or have some time. Yeah.
I was part of this organization called the Professional Photographers of Canada.
Okay.
And I've been part of some other organizations, but a lot of them include like volunteering time as part of your sort of commitment to the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get credits for things. So if you do some volunteering, like literally it could be running the kiosk at an event.
Mm-hmm.
It could be guest speaking, like hosting an event or guest speaking, which I mean, a lot of your members work at organizations that even have spaces that could host events that big, and they might be able to get access to those spaces. I mean, and the benefit of that could be you have, just more people seeing what more organizations are like. You got to see like kind of a bit behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you're at a law office. You have a pretty nice one, by the way, brand new. So even that, like,
totally
getting permission, where appropriate. Like if it doesn't work, that's fine. Doesn't matter. But kind of getting access to those. Anyway, I thought that was kind of an interesting model, and it just incentivizes people to be more involved.
Yeah.
I was part of this cult group called the BNI, if you've heard of that.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I actually went to my first BNI meeting this year, which was awesome.
I joke it's a cult, but it's like...
I mean, that's what everyone in it also said.
Yeah. Like,
so I think that's just, it just is a heavy lift, right? Like you're doing it a lot. And so...
Yeah, I joined it, and actually...
How long were you there?
I did about a year. I couldn't
Nice.
quite do the year.
Mm-hmm.
The time commitment's like more rigorous than going to church.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like not joking. They're like, they kind of want you there every week.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work for me.
Mm-hmm. And that's just the reality of it, honestly.
But it's fine. And, probably for where I'm at in business is not, my type of industry doesn't necessarily have their clients in the room. Like you went to a meeting, but I don't remember one time seeing someone that would be my client in the room. Or direct client, I guess. Just the kind of customers we serve. Because like, let's say we have a client like Co-op or Nutrient or whatever. They don't go to BNI meetings. Like Nutrient's not trying to sell more potash by memberships in a BNI.
It's definitely a really great resource for those small companies that have small teams, right? I think they would get a lot of, and I know you guys are a small company, but you're also trying to find those bigger companies, right? That's kind of where who you serve.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Yeah.
And not that we wouldn't work with people in those groups, but anyway, like, was it worth going to? Yeah. But their model too, as like an organization, a lot of the efforts were powered by volunteers.
Yeah.
Kind of taking on those roles. And I think, there's something very powerful about owning a role in an organization, being part of it, engaging. Like, it's just not as rewarding to be part of something and sit back, if that makes sense. Like, because, like, and then just like there's a unity when everybody's kind of part of making it better.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to go to something and critique it and, oh, this was okay or this whatever. And it's like, when you're part of it, you understand how complex it is to make something happen. Let's say even getting speakers for Fuse, we could use that as an example. It's hard to, you want to curate a list of speakers that kind of serves multiple types of people. You're working within limited budgets. So you're trying to get people in. I mean, even Memo Fest, I know Taylor was calling in favors to get people there. And like, I mean, he did an incredible job at it. Some of these speakers might want 50,000 US to show up. And I just have this small hunch that the SPMA doesn't have those kind of budgets to bring people in.
Yeah. Well, so just a little story time, if you have time.
I got time.
That's really funny that you brought that up. So when I first started, I was an events co-chair, so working on getting people to speak at our events. And then Fuse came around and we're like, who can we get from Fuse? And I'm like, let's go big. I would love to see some big names here, and I still would, but
Want
like
Simon Sinek.
I
just
don't
kidding.
know who that
Oh, it's
is.
fine.
Uh-oh. But anyway, I hope more anyway, so I was like Seth Godin. I don't know if you know
He would be even more of
a higher name than this guy.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was
That
who
was the
was
next
in
name
my
I was just
brain.
gonna say.
And because I had read his book when I was studying, and I was like, this guy
Purple
is
Cow.
the Purple Cow.
Yeah.
Super innovative, would learn a lot. So yeah, I'm reaching out to him, being like, what's the option? And yeah, I learned really quick in that moment that like, yeah, we have a lot of work to do if we ever want to get there. Isn't attainable at this point, but yeah, $40,000 just to speak virtually.
USD.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So like there's a lot of money in speaking, which is kind of fun, but it's also a challenge when you're trying to put on these events and want to bring good content to the people, right? So that's just a little bit about one of the challenges that we face, but also one of the lessons I learned, and it was kind of fun. There's other people that I've looked into, and yeah, they're honestly 10 grand is the minimum to speak these days, which is crazy.
Yeah. I met someone recently. We were talking, and she does emceeing, and she was charging like $4,000 or $5,000.
Yeah.
And then
it's a good gig.
She started working with a talent agent.
Okay.
To get jobs, and they were like, okay, your price is too low. They were putting her up to like 15,000, 20,000 USD. And I was like, and she was like blown away. And I was like, I mean, I get it. Like, and there's places that have those kind of budgets. And then, yeah, sometimes you got to pull in those favors. And
well, that's just it. You have to create your network that you can rely on to help find those connections. And that's how we've found a lot of our speakers, is having connections that we just reached out to, and they know someone. And yeah,
and
it's
people are
not
probably
Seth
willing,
Godin, but it's...
Well, people are probably willing to do it. Like a lot of people who speak do certain amounts of events at like, you know, for educational purposes at lower costs or free. You know, they just have that as part of their speaking sort of thing. So
yeah, we've been very lucky. We've had some people that have been very willing to come speak for us little Saskatchewanians.
Yeah, well, and it keeps ticket prices low. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you're not backed
accessible
by like $1 million like events company.
No.
You know, like which
could you imagine that event that we could put on?
Well,
that's
probably
exciting.
wouldn't be
cool.
here, right? Like it'd be in
wouldn't.
Calgary or Toronto or Vancouver. I mean, and even those places still do, like, I don't know the last time I've seen Seth Godin in Canada. Like, I mean, maybe he probably does, but
he probably doesn't.
Yeah, like those guys go.
Would be so cool.
Those guys go speak for Canva conferences or Adobe or Microsoft. You know.
Yeah, I aspire to be like that one day, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and if you wanna get those experiences, like, they exist. You can go there. I was talking to someone about South by Southwest. And I think I'd like to try to go there in my life. Like, definitely like a more cross section of society and pop culture, like what you would get there, like the music plus the...
That would be cool.
You know, the stuff. But I think that could be really cool. So, what's the ripple effect when marketers actually get better at their craft?
A ripple effect. Did you throw this one in there? I don't know if I saw this one earlier.
Should have been in your list if it's not.
The ripple effect.
I'll preface that. I give you some time to think. I feel like the idea, and this is my interpretation outside looking in, the spirit of the SPMA is to build a community around professional marketers, to have the result of better marketing in our province, to connect people to opportunities in our province, to raise the bar of what a marketer can do, and then, you know, help develop them as professionals, right? That's my like outside diagnosis without going on the website.
We like to say connect, grow, and lead. We're trying to empower our marketing professionals in that way. So you're right on the money.
Good. Okay, well then that means you guys, whether you know it or not, are like doing it.
We're marketing.
Yeah. And so, you know, the ripple effect of that is they would get more professional, for lack of a better phrase. Like they would develop their profession, raise the bar of the profession, And what's the benefit? I ask this actually a lot when we film interviews. Like if we're trying to make scripts for any of our videos we're making, people are
Mhm.
like, oh, you get 14 of these. I'm like, well, why is that a good thing? So I guess why is it a good thing to raise the bar of the profession?
That's a great question, and I've actually never considered it, but I think that's a very important thing that our organization should consider is what is the benefit of us providing support to our marketing community and growing them. And I think just off the top of my head, the benefit is going to be bringing in those bigger opportunities to continue to grow and learn and bring in bigger names, or just being able to have our professionals grow to a point where they're being asked to lead and teach the next, whether it's in our province or externally. I think that is of benefit too. Like just leveling up us as a province in marketing leads to greater economic gains for us in the industry too, you know?
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting question. Thank you for asking it. Something that's going to be on my mind for a while.
Any other questions I didn't ask that you want to talk about?
Nothing that comes to mind, no.
Okay. Well, here's one. Do you think I should join the SPMA?
Of course.
I'm like, as I was earlier this year, I was like at the conference, actually. I think it was at the conference. I was like, why am I not a member of this? Because I kind of viewed myself like I'm not a,
Have you ever been a member of the SPMA? Do you know?
no, we just always sponsored.
Yeah.
And then I guess I just never thought it was for, because we're like
Yeah.
adjacent. Like
Yeah.
I'm not technically like a
Mhm.
BCom in marketing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, I think there's opportunity for other business owners and other creatives to come out, but I think probably there's that misconception that it's just for us marketing people that graduated.
mhm.
Marketing is just so vast these days. I think that's an avenue, and I would love to be able to support those people in a very specific way. But I think there's also, yeah, the influencers. That's still under the umbrella of marketing.
Content production.
Content production. You guys are a big part of it, and us as marketers need to lean on you. So come out to our events so that
That's a whole segment of people.
we can just yeah,
there's like
get
so
in
many,
touch with you.
there's so many people like Scout Media. I think they were at Fuse. I don't know if they were doing Fuse work, but the team at Scout Media is really awesome. I know tons of photographers who could be a really good fit. There's lots of videography companies.
There's a lot in Saskatchewan, and I only know a few, which is not something I want to brag about, but I think
Well, maybe they
how do
should
we
join the SPMA.
yeah, where do you guys go when you want to market with you probably don't want to market with others, but like
Well,
do
I don't
you
know.
like when
The Association for Photographers is like, it hasn't adapted well.
in Saskatchewan or in Canada?
Canada, but
Yeah.
Saskatchewan too. It just
Okay.
hasn't adapted well to what like photography is as a
Okay.
business
Oh,
model.
interesting.
Like, not joking, like some photographers still shoot and you pay like to get your prints. You never get digital copies.
Mm-hmm.
Though most of them have closed up shop or kind of switched there. Like it exists at the only time you see that existing now is like kids hockey or something like that. Like they'll do like it's its own business model, or kids dance, things like that, where you have like
Yeah.
photo setup, kiosks to look at the photos. You never get to have a
Mhm.
digital copy. You also see that at the exit to rides at Disney,
Mm-hmm.
and even Disney's switched where you get like a digital pass and they photograph you, take a picture of it, and you can see your gallery. Like they'll have photographers all around that you pay for. But that's like sort of an older model. And that association never really moved on. They didn't modernize. And then I think just in-person learning has definitely been not as easy. Like I used to go to this conference on Vancouver Island called Image Explorations, and I'd go every year. And it was like, I called it Photo Camp. It was at this beautiful place called Shawnigan Lake.
Cool. Yeah.
Like it was like Hogwarts, not joking.
Ooh.
Like it was bougie. And like, I think I paid room and board included like $900 for the week. For like, I would go on a Sunday. It was always summer, Sunday to Thursday.
And where was this?
On Vancouver Island at a place
Wow.
called Shawnigan Lake.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a private boys and girls school
Mhm.
during the school year. And then in the summer, they host events like that. And eventually it faded away. The US has a thing called the PPA, Professional Photographers of America. And they're one, I've gone to some of their events just as like, I'm not a member, but you can go. They've adapted a little better to kind of how things change. Like they had a magazine. I used to subscribe to it. It was incredible. But yeah, like some of these associations are just struggling to adapt. Like, and a lot of photographers now do photo and video or photo, video and social media or content marketing. And, you know, these associations didn't really cater to that change in the market. So it's kind of interesting. So there's definitely a hole there, especially for a commercial photographer, like the SPMA could join.
Yeah.
You know, in their definition of who is a part of the marketing world. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, I don't feel like I have a home and I need a home. No.
Come on out.
But yeah.
What sort of events or what event would you like to see? Like, what could we do to support you guys? What would you like to learn about?
Let me speak for photographers then.
Sure.
I think seeing people create content, like workshops, is pretty cool. But I think marketers could probably like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did a live photo session, I mean, I could probably do this for you. I've done some teaching for these associations in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, those kind of things, like people sharing how they do their workflow.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
So even on the marketing side, if you had a social media manager come in, do a presentation on how they do their workflow of managing. I mean, this would be great for you. Like, what app do they use? Oh, this is how they do it. This is how they get client approval. Maybe Hootsuite could sponsor it because they could pick a client who does it.
It's really interesting, and something that I've learned through the career that I'm into is I think a lot of times social media and digital is what comes to mind first when you think of marketing, but marketing is so much deeper than that, and it's evolving now because of all the digital age. But yeah, there's like print marketing, there's the event marketing, like that's in and of itself one avenue, and then experiential marketing, and it's just like there's so many different opportunities that, like, yeah, I think we have this idea of what marketing is, and it's the mainstream, right? Because you're on social media and you see the podcasts and they're always talking about that.
Ad goes to landing page, goes to discovery call, goes to sale.
And like that's part of like my job right now, and that's very much my expertise, but it's been very interesting and eye-opening to learn in the corporate setting what other like traditional forms of marketing that I didn't necessarily learn about or get exposure to. So
I have a hunch.
Yeah.
And this has been proven true to me over my last few conversations for the show and then also in real life. But like in-person events is probably one of the most powerful tools a corporation can do. And actually, we just quoted on one yesterday. A client of mine wanted a quote for they're doing an event in their space. They're a financial services, or not financial services. That makes it sound like a bank. They're like an investment and like personal finance sort of firm.
Okay.
And they're hosting an event at their space. So they're bringing in a guest speaker. They're talking about like, I might be getting some of these details wrong, but they're talking about, you know, how to build wealth for this type of client. And it's like a very targeted guest speaker to the clientele they have. And I think they said they can have 80 people there. And so, you know, they were wanting us to do live streaming and document it. But like, to be honest, the magic there isn't the live stream, which if that's all you do, you might think that's the magic, but like, no, the benefit is they have their clients in and they're going to host it and their space is nice and they're going to get charcuterie spreads and drinks and hosts. And
well, before the digital age, people were hosting events and they were beneficial, and that's why they have taken off. But yeah, the digital side of it is just a nice add-on, and like you can expand your event so much farther these days because it almost lives online, right?
Yeah, but like, you know, like we actually do a thing. We call it Friends and Family Day, and I just go through my clients who we've worked with for the past couple of years, and we just send an invite like, hey, come to the studio and
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So anyone we've shot at their photographed their family in the past 24 months, we would do it. We actually did the first one to anyone we've ever worked with, and that worked. But it's like that list is way too big,
Yeah.
and the demand for it's so high. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And you can't pay to come. It's just like like an invite, and part of it too is like if you can come, great, and if you can't, like we're doing it this day, kind of thing.
Not...
But that one's been really good, and I love it because I get to see my clients, see their kids.
And then you get to build a relationship with them too. I think that's a really powerful tool.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah,
that's fun for me.
That's good marketing.
Yeah, so that one's been good. We do a little behind the scenes film for it every year.
Why not?
Just showing what we're doing. We're gonna start public talks for our social media side of our business.
Okay.
And so we're having, it's evolving as we plan it. We're doing our first one next month. I'm not going to date this by saying dates, but anyway, we're doing it soon. And we're inviting people to come on and be guest speakers during it. It's totally free. We're going to
in person or online?
in our studio. Like you have to come
cool.
for coffee and drinks. And it's during the work day. And we're going to invite our clients to come for no charge. And then it'll be a small event. And then, a side benefit, we'll film it and maybe get some little social clips from it. But bringing people in and connecting with real people, like my customers aren't companies, they're people in companies.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like the people who reach out to us to get a quote are still a human being, like even like any of our clients, like unless you're an entrepreneur, it is like then like a solo, like let's say you're a mortgage broker, realtor, like then you're the business coming to hire us. But in these other companies, it's like, their management team maybe doesn't care who they hire.
Yeah.
But but their job is to hire someone capable and competent and within a reasonable price point to make it happen.
We're all people, right?
Yeah, it's just people.
Just people. And I think we said that earlier today too. Just people.
It's a theme.
It's what we like.
Yeah. Personally, like that's, I think, like when I think of what I like about my company the most, it's my team and it's my customers. And it's like, we're all just trying to figure it out. Like my team's super creative, super proud of them, like super thrilled to have that kind of talent to work with every day. And then to work with our customers on the problems they have, and the problems they have are like typically they want some sort of change or results in their organization. And like, they think photo, video type services will help that. And that game for me, I talk about marketing as a game and business as a game, like, because we don't know.
Yeah.
Like if someone knew, like you pull this lever and you make money, like it was that easy. Like that's an oversimplification of business, but that's kind of what you're doing with good marketing is like you're turning on the machine, putting in $1 in, getting $2 out kind of thing.
Well, and like good marketing should be more of an educated guess. And like it's hard sometimes when you have a smaller team to be educated, but like it does take that market research, right? And if you have the resources to look into it and the time to spend to like understand your customer, you're going to have a more educated guess and you're going to be quicker to success. It is a game, and like when you don't necessarily have that understanding or that knowledge right away, you're spending time figuring it out. What's working? You're throwing stuff at the wall. What sticks? What doesn't for my customer? You're understanding them more. And then the more you understand them, the more you can create your services and your experiences so that they enjoy you. They come back and they spend money with you. That's essentially what marketing is.
That's the goal.
Yeah. It's interesting here you talk about it as a game.
Yeah, well, and that's part of my nature. Like I always kind of I gamify things in my life.
Yep.
Like if I do, it's a toxic trait.
Do you market yourself to your life?
What do you mean?
I don't know what I mean.
Well, like let's say like I get into hobbies. Like I used to ride road bike. And then it was like I had goals to get to. And then once I got there, I like got bored of it. So my goal was like ride 30K in under an hour and ride 100K straight. And then once I did those things, I was like, I guess that's the terrible part of it is like, I set goals and want to get there. And then I get there and then Yeah, that is boring. I was doing weightlifting last year. I was like, okay, I want to do this for bench press. This,
Sounds like your goals are a little too easy.
yeah, probably. I mean, I don't want goals that. Are we at like 4:30? Maybe we are. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Just time flew by.
Yeah, we won't wrap it up yet. But yeah, the game of life. Like that's how I think of everything. I used to do running, same thing. How fast can I go? And can I do a 10K in under an hour? Can I finish a half marathon? Like I don't like running, but like those are kind of things that motivate me. So yeah,
cool.
I definitely gamify a lot, and marketing.
It works, right? That's like the tactic marketers use is gamification, right? And it motivates you.
It's definitely motivating for me. I mean, look at apps these days. They're all like trying to like tickle that part of your brain that
I know
gets a few points for checking it off the list. Like a lot of health apps are gamifying health.
Yeah.
Reddit gamifies you gives you awards and stuff for things like how long you've been there, blah, blah, blah. Like,
well, even the grocery store, like the grocery store is giving me money by spending money there. And
yeah, you get your PC points or,
yep.
Oh, buy this and get 30,000 extra. I always hated that a PC point's like a penny. It's like just.
One that's actually really good is Cobb's. They have their app. And every time I go there, I feel like I just have $5 free bread all the time. But like they have an app, they have a really engaging, as a marketer, I like read and analyze other brands' stuff. And so their email is actually good. And I've like filled it out just because like, yeah, it's fun.
There's this graphic designer I used to follow. This is years ago, maybe 2009 and 10. And his name was Eric Cass. He built the brand for this company I used to love called Still Motion. And they were a photo video company at the time. They've moved on to like Muse Storytelling is their current name. But anyway, he did their logo and I was like, that's so cool. And I wanted to work with him. But his company name was The Professional Art Practice of Eric Cass. And I like loved that phrasing of like, this is a practice. And I mean, you said you work at a law firm, like they call it a practice, doctor's practice. And I like the idea of like, we're practicing getting better.
Yeah.
Like that sort of way of looking at it. And, you know, and I tell my clients a lot, like, we're just experimenting on you. Like, we're going to try for this. Like, I don't know. Like, like if we make a video, like we don't know what we're making till we got it. Right. Like I'm pretty confident we have a good track record that we can put something together, but there's so many unknowns and you just don't know. And so anyway, but that's fun. I like that bit of pressure. I like that like trust I get from a client to, you know, we want this, it needs to be good. No one else has been able, especially when they're like, we've gone somewhere else before and it just didn't work. Then they come to us. I'm like, stop it. Yeah. I mean, we got to prove ourselves. I mean, I also give myself crippling anxiety. I don't actually have anxiety attacks, but like, I'm always like, I get nervous before almost every shoot still. Really? And I've done this for a long time. So I don't know. Anyway, I find it funny. And, you know, when I tell people that, they're like, it's because you care. And I'm like, they're not wrong. Like, it's because I'm invested for it to go well because I want, you know, the client to like it. I don't know. In my mind, I feel like the more you do it, if you do like the same events or same shoots, you would feel more confident. At like Fuse every year, do you still get nervous, or do you like you've been doing it enough that you like kind of know what to expect in your? That would be on more the end of I'm comfortable. Yeah. But like, you know, we still tend to push ourselves. Like this last year, we did our first portrait station there, or headshot station. You know, so it's like, okay, we haven't done this before, like mass portraits where we're going to capture all the people's email, deliver directly. Like, I mean, part of our goal for that was to take a great portrait of people, good enough. And like, you know, we're pretty confident our skill is like there. Like we do a lot of them, but still like, we still want people to be happy with it. Yeah. Like it means something. So it's like, hey, we're going to take your portrait. We're going to light it the way we would in studio. and then deliver on that. So there's a lot of volume there.
It's the nature of our work as marketers or creatives to put our work out into the public eye, and everyone's judging. I'm judging when I see my own work or other people's work. And so I think that leads to nerves as well. So
Yeah,
understandable, right?
And even that, the nerves are like, okay, these are all my clients. Like this is, I mean, I know we're sponsoring Fuse, but I don't treat sponsored events any different than a paid event.
Yeah.
Like in fact, maybe even I do it too much the other way.
Yeah. Well, you have a whole room of people that could potentially be your customers. So I'm sure that's on your mind as well.
Yeah. And you know, yeah, like we're all got our name tags on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, kids, do you have your name tags? Yes. Like our team. So yeah, those are, so yeah, do I get nervous? Yeah, Stephen Fuse, looking back, I got nervous. Like in they're long days. You got to wake up. There's just a lot going on, a lot of pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So
will you be at Fuse this year?
yeah, it's like literally in our contract, you can't not choose it. I think I had them put it in right of first refusal.
Nice.
You know what? I didn't do that. So one of the other people I worked with earlier in the days had them put that in there. And I was like, oh, I like that. Because like it's a
dig
pretty
up that contract. Don't know where that one is.
So he had that in there. This is before. Now I make my own sort of agreements with ChatGPT. Like if you like, not that the agreements matter. Mostly it's like expectation matching, making sure what I promise I give and what you, because I'm getting, you know, promise stuff too. Like, you know, you put my logo on the screen and things like that. Like that's of value.
Yep.
And
exactly.
So like I should deliver on my promise. That's mostly what's in it. But yeah, will I be at Fuse? Yeah, till probably the day I die, where we close shop, which Perfect. I don't plan for that to be anytime soon. What
are you going to bring to Fuse this year that's built on what you've done in the past?
You know what I would like to do? Because it'll be all four of us next year, fine. Like once Melissa's back from her maternity leave, I would like to do like a live social media. Like Karen could like literally film and document on her phone.
Yeah.
During the day.
Cool.
You know, some speaker says some cool word, take the photo, put the caption in, get it online.
Let's do it.
Something like that. So live social. We've done it for our own events in the past. I've hired Tyler Baby from T Squared Social, if you know him. He's a lovely guy. So he did it for us. That was like 2018 for an event we did personally. And it was like nice to have him there because we couldn't document it ourselves. And like, you know, he was really clever and interviewed people. And I think that kind of service is really good. Plus it's really shareable. Plus like, you know, there's a difference between the content we make. There's such a delay. Like we got to load it on the computer and process it, edit it, process it, upload it. Then you got to download it, then get it ready. There's a place for that, but there's also a place for when striking while the iron's hot kind of thing. And I think that's, you know, it'd be cool if we could incorporate it with the content we take from our professional cameras because it just has that look we like. So we'll figure it out. I don't know. If you ever, I mean, now we're going to date the episode, but the Jays series is going on right now. If you look on the field, like they have, the amount of cameras they have is incomprehensible. Actually, these cameras quite like the one you're being filmed on and me.
Oh, really?
Those two cameras are like some of the most popular cameras because of the size.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of those on the field, but they'll have them in these huge rigs, and then the wires will go to this backpack with all these antennas, and they're broadcasting it, the live stream, right to their switcher board where they're able to make live replays. Like if they go to a commercial break, they can play like a highlight of all the best plays so far.
So it's really funny hearing you talk about the Jays game. You're not watching it for the baseball. You're watching it for the camera footage.
Oh, no.
Analyzing what they're doing.
I have that filter, right? Like a marketer will see everything through marketing. I can't watch their ads without judging.
Yeah.
I'm not judging. I'm just like checking out the lighting, checking out. Like Boston Pizza has an ad on it, and it's probably the most amateur ad on the Jays commercials. Not that it's still very well done, but just when you compare that to Canada Life has an ad, and like their pockets are so much deeper. RBC has pockets so much deeper. You know, they have Will Arnett on their ad. So it's interesting to see. So I'm like kind of like, oh, like I look at the Boston Pizza, I'm like, we could do that one. The Will Arnett one we could do too. That budget just went to
Mm-hmm.
having Will Arnett on the show or on the commercial. RBC, or sorry, what was the other sport? So hockey always has Scotiabank ads. I don't know if you see that.
Yep.
That like, it's that one where they're like, it's with that really trendy old song. I'm not going to sing it. But they go from someone in a coffee shop looking at someone in the rich car, and then it's kind of like there's always more. It's like the theme, and it's almost like a moral message of like being content. Because then it goes to the person looking at someone in the penthouse suite, but then they're looking at someone in the airplane. But then the person in the airplane is then later seen in a taxi cab who's back to it goes like full circle to seeing the person not so busy with their life that they can go sit in a coffee shop on a date.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's a good one. They played that for like 2 years straight.
Really?
It's funny, like some commercials get legs like that.
I actually don't know which one you're talking about. I don't know if I've ever seen it, but I can understand the concept.
Yeah, and they played it at both. I remember ads quite, I don't know, they stick with my brain.
I definitely remember ads, and like that's why I watch TV almost. Yeah, I don't like taking breaks during the ads because I'm like, oh, they did that really well.
Yeah,
you know,
and
they engage with the audience so well.
And just saying, I'm not shitting on Boston Pizza ads. I'm just, in comparison, you can see budget. Actually, you know what? I was watching it on Sportsnet, and they had like Rush Game and Blades Game ads, and like then just a different level again, like your local. Yep. Those are still better than like a TV produced ad. TV ads are like bottom of the barrel. Like they're made on a budget. They're just made to sell the ad space.
So you asked earlier, what is the payoff of us? What's the ripple effect of our organization? And hopefully it's the ripple effect of making those local ads and those local marketing budgets big enough that we can have comparable stuff to the big national. I don't know if we ever will, because just the nature of who we are as a province, but like that would be the ripple effect, right?
And to be fair, we'll call it the democratization of media production. These are like a different variant, but they've filmed movies with these cameras now. These are like 4,500, I think, or maybe they're $5,000 per camera.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that, like, in my world, that's like professional, but like in the movie world, that's
lower
consumer grade.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I get that.
And there's a movie, they filmed all the movie with these cameras. And so it just shows like the quality of equipment is now not a limiting factor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of the ideas, you know, of the content. And so like getting better content than ever is, like, I think that's what's happening in the marketing world. And partially fueled by the demand. There's an insatiable demand for content.
Yeah. Which is strange to me.
Good content.
I feel like, from my own perspective, separate from who I am and the job I do or anything, I feel like it's saturated. But then the more I've learned about it, it's like there's still so much opportunity, and like there's people, and like, why can't 10 people in this world of 7 billion people make the same content? You know, like you have so many, the world is so big. So there's room for more content, which is crazy to me because it does feel like a lot, but it just is overwhelming, I think.
There's definitely,
it's coming so fast.
Yes. Let's wrap this up. I could talk with you forever.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the conversation, by the way. 2 more questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is called What's in the Drafts.
Okay.
Is there something you've been thinking about for the SPMA, an idea, a shift, or a new initiative that hasn't made it out to the world yet? World premiere ideas only here, please.
We are currently working on a new website, which is due to the fact that we had some technical difficulties on the current one we have. And I think it's been like outdated. Like I think we've had it for many years. So yeah, we're currently working on building a new user-friendly site. That's kind of in the drafts. So stay tuned for more.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. I'm excited for it.
You've got a few good photos to use for it.
Yes.
You should reach out when whoever's making it. We can maybe make some custom content for it.
Honestly, yeah, I think it would be really great to have some more content that we could share, have you come out to some more events, but also like not just event photography, you know, like I don't know what that would look like. Maybe if you have ideas, let me know. But
I
yeah,
have lots of ideas.
we could use some support on that. So
Okay. Well, you're talking to the right person.
perfect.
Steal this idea. What's one mindset, tool, or approach you think more marketers should be using, especially those working in organizations or roles like yours? So this is like your corporate side.
That is a tricky question.
I'll tell you what my last guest said if you want.
Let's start there. I love it.
She said it doesn't matter. She's like, none of it matters. This isn't life or death.
That honestly, exactly.
I like that.
Anyway. In our line of work, my boss has told me that. So that is definitely true. I think I like to build on what's already been done. So the fact that you gave me an example, I'm able to build on that. I think that's something that people like, instead of reinventing the wheel every time, like let's just do what we've done. Let's start there. And then after we know we can do that, at least, then we'll build on that. And I think that's something I think more people should. Yeah, I think we get hung up a lot of times. We're like, we need it to be new. We need it to be exciting. And then nothing gets done necessarily. Yeah. So just do it.
Yeah.
It can be tweaked later.
There used to be a trend actually with tons of people. They would be so tired emotionally of their own website. They would literally take it down and say, new site in progress. I haven't seen this in a while, but this was a thing for a while. And I remember thinking like, how silly is it that that's better than what you had before?
Yeah.
Like what you had before still was working for you at a time.
Yeah.
And probably at one time you even loved it. So it's not like we have to delete, like, I don't know, that's an emotional reaction. I'm actually the kind of person who might do that. So not like I have a rational side of me too. That's like, just, it doesn't matter. So just leave it.
Well, sometimes, yeah. And then I think maybe that's like a make work project that someone took on. They're like, I actually am held up. I don't know what to do with this other thing that I've been working on because I want it to be perfect, but I know how to fix my website. So let me go like tweak that because I've had ideas. And like, then that might be, I don't know. I like to put myself in other people's shoes. What were they thinking? Maybe. I don't know what they were actually thinking and why they did what they did. But yeah, our website actually needs a new website.
SPMA.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for when it comes out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome.
Kamila. I think it's awesome to hear about you, the work you do, even get to know you. Just sitting here chatting has been good. We always chat in passing on these days where I'm full of anxiety, like a fuse. And so it's nice to chat. What you're doing with the SPMA, I really appreciate the work you do. I think it's sometimes can probably be a thankless job sometimes, like you put a lot of effort in, and it's definitely, I appreciate the effort that it takes to run something like that. Well,
you mentioned earlier, like owning a position that you've been on. And I think that's kind of what I've tried to do. Just, yeah, I think there's so much potential. So I just want to make it better.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think, that kind of spirit is fulfilling, not just for professional life, but for life. So if you want to learn more about the SPMA or get involved, here's your call to action. Visit saskmarketing.com or follow them on Instagram at saskmarketing, or connect directly with Kamila, as long as she's still a board member, about how to get involved.
Thank you, Matt.